What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to today's video. And for today's topic, I actually wanted to talk about something that's very near and dear to me: books. Now, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a prior video before, but I never really had anybody to personally look up to in terms of personal finance, retirement, and things like that when I was first starting to come up in the investing game. My mom and dad were able to teach me the basics of saving and not overspending, but they could only go so far, as they too, like many others, were not educated on financial literacy. Thankfully, they instilled the importance of persistence and working hard in me, which in turn fueled me to find answers. And that I did. I had found my very first mentors: books. The books I'm about to share in today's video changed my life, no joke. And I hope that the books that I share in today's video can achieve the same thing they did to me to at least one of you watching today. But really quick though, before I start today's video, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of you that are tuning into every single video that I post. And for any new viewers, subscribe to the channel. I upload real, value-filled content weekly. And like the video if you haven't already. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying and finding the content that I put out for you helpful. I will have links to every book I mentioned in today's video in the description down below. And since I like to keep it real with you guys, they are affiliate links, which basically means I get paid a small amount for every single purchase you guys make using my links at no extra cost to you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So the very first book on today's list is an absolute gem. This book introduced me to the importance of diversifying your income, paying yourself first, and building generational wealth, among so many other things. And it's The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This thing is packed with gems from literally start to finish. I've personally read it multiple times now, and I'm honestly gonna read it again. The Richest Man in Babylon follows the story of a poor scribe and how he became the richest man in Babylon, hence the name. Now, there are more gems and there are more stories in the book, but I really don't want to spoil it for you guys. Seriously, this is a must-have in every collection, in my opinion. Now, it's a relatively short read with lessons that stand strong in today's society. So the next book on my list was quoted as being the best book on investing ever written by the one and only Warren Buffett. And in my opinion, it lives up to the hype. And that book is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Now, this book, like the last one, is absolutely jam-packed with information on investing in the stock market. It covers how to invest during downturns, how to research fundamentals in companies that you're looking to potentially buy into, and everything in between. Anything of importance in the stock market is probably covered in this book. Seriously, it's super thick. The Intelligent Investor has been my right-hand man during this crazy market environment. But I must admit, the diction in this book can get a little bit complicated. It's not necessarily a beginner-friendly book per se, but don't worry, the next one on today's list is just as important and easily digestible as well. And it's called Stock Investing for Dummies. Now, don't get it twisted by the name. This book has important information both seasoned and beginner investors can use. It takes seemingly complex and complicated investing topics and it turns them into bite-sized, understandable pieces of information. This book, just like The Intelligent Investor, has been by my side throughout this whole market downturn. My personal favorite parts of the book are chapters 6 and 11, where the book goes into researching the fundamentals of companies and gathering information in them before you invest. There's a reason why this book is on my list. Now, on to my fourth pick for today's list: Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is the best-selling personal finance book of all time. And this thing was actually my first ever personal finance book I had ever read. It was actually gifted to me by a prior teacher of mine. I remember staying up all night reading this thing. I had already previously been curious to investing in finances, but this was the book that sealed the deal for me. It felt like I had just discovered fire once I actually understood the information this book was giving out. Chances are you've heard of Rich Dad Poor Dad. The book has been in circulation for over 20 years. And the craziest part, the information it gives still largely applies in today's society. What I most like about this book though, is that it doesn't just stick to personal finances and investing. It talks about dealing with obstacles, overcoming fear, and dealing with people. And now, speaking on the topic of dealing with people, the next book on my list deals with that exact subject: people. And it's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book has been around for over 80 years and it's still dropping gems. We actually deal with people on a daily basis, whether it's family, friends, or business. We are constantly exposed to people, which actually begs the question, shouldn't we learn more of the thing that we actually come in contact with every single day? Another thing that I really like about this book is that it's actually helped me learn more about myself. It's actually helped me realize that it's all in our heads. The thing that actually holds most people back is their thoughts. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, but you gotta bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself. And I actually wanted to end this video with a quick part of the book that, I really like. And it goes like this. Do not fear being misunderstood, and do not waste a minute thinking about your enemies. Try to fix firmly in your mind what you would like to do, and then without veering off direction, you will move straight to the goal. And that's the end of today's video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed my book list, and I'm actually curious to know, what's your book list? Leave it down in the comments below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.